Farm News Media presents Farm News 5.
Agro Expo is less than a month away. American Farm Bureau Federation has a plan to strengthen the dairy safety net, and Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz delivers his take on recent market activity. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
Over 100 exhibitors will showcase the latest ag services and products at the 2017 Agro Expo, August 15th and 16th in St. John's. Agro Liquids Marketing Manager Albert Bancroft says Agro Expo will showcase a variety of equipment demonstrations, research and field plot tours, and offer access to vendors representing a wide range of commodities.
Part of the wants and needs of the Agro Expo and the structure of this site is the fact that we can put you, the exhibitor, with crops you would work with and growers who would benefit from that. Let's use that trifecta and let's learn something. You know, we obviously all need to buy and sell a product for the world to go around. You know, you need an input on your farm, but come make that relationship, see what they're doing, realize that it's just not a salesman in a truck, that they're out here trying to learn for you as well, and they're trying new things, new ways to benefit your farm.
It will again be held in St. John's, but on a new site. For detailed show information, go online to theagroexpo.com.
The Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee is devoted to investing soybean farmer checkoff dollars to address grower concerns. We focus our efforts on production research, market development, and outreach. Learn more at michigansoybean.org.
Improvements and enhancements to the margin protection program is a goal of the American Farm Bureau Federation's Farm Bill Working Group. AFBF's Director of Market Intelligence, John Newton, says there's no doubt the MPP hasn't lived up to expectations.
The feed ration was reduced by about 10%. Growers have paid about $100 million in premiums into the program, and while they've seen milk prices drop by about 50% since 2014, MPP's only paid about $12 million back in the form of program payments. So it really hasn't served as an effective risk management tool for a number of dairy farmers. I think the biggest challenge is money. I mean, quite frankly, a lot of the suggested improvements to the margin protection program have pretty big price tags. The Congressional Budget Office has estimated some of these changes to cost anywhere between $2 and $5 billion over the next 10 years. And in this current budget environment, that's going to be a real heavy lift, given that there are a lot of other commodities that also need additional assistance in this next farm bill.
AFBF's Farm Bill Working Group has developed a solution that is focused on enhancing the MPP program for producers of less than 4 million pounds to make it a more effective risk management tool, while also improving access to market-based risk management tools for larger dairy operations.
The way the product works, it's simply for each quarter, a dairy farmer would have an opportunity to cover their expected revenue. Revenue being their milk price multiplied by the amount of milk that they want to cover. And if their actual revenue falls below that revenue guarantee, they'd get a payment.
The insurance concept was submitted to the Federal Crop Insurance Corporation for review in May, and it promptly approved the proposal to go out for external review. If it clears the external review, Newton hopes the product will be delivered to market sometime in 2018. The Waters of the U.S. rule was formally rescinded last month, but Farm Bureau says work on this issue is not done yet. The organization is asking members to submit comments in support of rescinding the rule, either via MFB's online Legislative Action Center or by mailing a postcard, which was provided in the latest print edition of the Michigan Farm News. Here with a look at the latest market activity is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz.
Thanks, Janelle. Choppy trade this week is the result of disagreeing weather models for extended Midwest forecasts. Much needed rain and cooler temps in spots this week pressured trade. However, drought in the plains looks to be worsening as above average temps persist, and the outlook for the belt in August remains hot and dry overall. Corn hit fresh month lows this week. Crop conditions will likely remain steady or worsen as we move into August, which will lend support. Traders will perceive July as the more key period for corn. August weather will have a bigger impact on soybeans, which are holding much of the gains made at the beginning of July. Big planted acres are the anchor here. However, there is a thought that ending stocks may be overblown by the USDA. U.S. exports have been firm this year, with total sales running 17% ahead of last year and China remaining active buyers. Wheat remains in a short-term downtrend as Chicago wheat retreats from highs set on the 5th of July. The spring wheat tour is confirming drought-stricken fields in the northern plains, lending support to Chicago wheat. Spreads are trending to add carry, reflecting a bearish commercial outlook. For more market information, go to michag.com. For Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betz.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.